you guys. So, if you just saw my last video, I said I was going to do a big autumn two-parter makeup, non-makeup, hair, skin, all those kinds of things video. So, the way I'm going to have it broken up, the first video I'm going to talk about cheeks, eyes, and lips. Second video is going to be hair, face, and then my miscellaneous non-makeup related things. So I'm just gonna get started. Let me see if that other one's in here. Now that I think about it, I'm so bad at this. I should have gotten all this shit ahead of time, and now I'm just like, oh la 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 la, let me get all this crap out. Well, shit. Fuck. You guys are probably seriously, Kylie? Get your shit together. Okay, whatever. Cheeks. Cheeks. First is the blush that I'm currently wearing right now. It's right here. And my lighting's really bad. You guys are just gonna fucking deal with it. I could come back here. Tilt my face like this. No. You guys are just getting the really blue cast off of the computer. But like I was saying, it's this blush right here. It is Plum Foolery. There's a better color. It's Plum Foolery by MAC. Looks like that. But it's just a really nice, it's right there. You can kind of see brown, not brown, plum, sheeny type blush that kind of pretty much goes with everything. It just kind of gives you a natural flush with a little bit of definition. Yeah. My other favorite blush is kind of on the same vein, I guess. And this is my NARS Sin palette, but this blush is sold separately, and it is Sin. And it's this one right here, and it's like a plummy brown color. And this one has a little bit more brown, and it's there it is right there. Yeah, you can actually kind of tell. Anyways, I like both of those. Then I also love highlighters. I'm obsessed with highlighters. I use them all the time. My favorite cheek highlighter. Fuck, I should have looked up what color this was for you guys. Although it wouldn't help because Shu Uemera has completely redone this. This is my Shu palette. But it's this one right here. It's, that looks super fucking intense. It is not. It gives off kind of a pink. There you go. You can see it. It's right there. It reminds me a lot of the Armani Fluid Sheer number 7, but in powder form. And I use it on top of my cheeks. If I'm going out, I use it down the bridge of my nose. I always use it on my Cupid's bow. Oh, it's worn off because I've had this makeup on all day long. But yeah, that's cheeks. So, eyes. I've got a whole lot of shit for this. Essentially, I'm going to take you guys through my MAC palette. If you guys follow me on Instagram, which you should, my username is BATB91, like blonde in the Beauty and the Blonde 91, whatever. Anyways, I posted a posted a picture of part of my new kind of updated fall palette, which really just looks like a neutral palette. But I promise you I changed up quite a few of these. But I will come back to that. I have a couple of random other things. My favorite mascara right now is a combination of the Diorshow Maximizer, which I've talked about before. I love this stuff. I am still on my first tube, and I bought it 5 months ago and use it every day. So I don't know if it's fucking magic, but it just keeps working. It doesn't ever stop. And then the Benefits, they're real, which as y'all, since I'm in Texas, as y'all, what if I did an entire video in my Texas accent? Would you guys still watch me? Anyways, it has the torture ball on the end of it. Yeah. So there's that. Like always, there is my LORAC Front of the Line Pro. I cannot live without this liner. Like, I feel like there's a lot of things that I could find replacements for, that I could find things that I liked just as much, if not more. This is one of those things, I have searched high and low for something that I like as much as this, and I can't find it. It's got a brush tip. It's a liquid liner. It's what I use for all of my cat eyes. I don't like gel anymore. I don't like liquid, except for this one. I usually have at least 2 on me. Right now, I think I have 3. It's what I use. It's what I use. It's all I used. Takes 1 swipe. It's black. It's opaque. It goes on smoothly. It's just wonderful. I love it. So there's that. If I'm not doing a cat eye and red lips, or a cat eye and nude lips, which is pretty much what I do every day in fall, the other thing I do is kind of a brown smoky eye, I guess. Most of the time with lots of gold in it. But I always use the Makeup Forever Aqua Cream, and this is number 13. It's the like gold one. You can see I've made a huge dent on this sucker. I use that all over the lids. And I've been using the Bobbi Brown Chocolate Shimmer ink. I don't know if this is permanent or if this is whatever. And you can't really tell, but I've used quite a bit of this. What is going on? Oh my god, just checked this and realized I never responded to anybody. Sorry, my best friend's texting me. My family is losing their fucking mind. Anyways, so this is chocolate shimmer ink, and I use it almost like a base for all of the other stuff that I use. If I'm not using this one, then, and I want kind of like a messy, simple, quick, like I'm ready to get out the fucking door look, I use the Bobbi Brown Metallic Longwear Cream Shadow in Black Pearl, which looks like this, but really turns out to be like kind of a light taupe-ish color. Then I can just like slap on and go. Then, if I'm feeling frisky, and by that I mean if I'm going out, which is not very often, but whatever, then I will slap some of this sucker on. And this is I actually really like these. These are the NYX Glitter on the Goes, and this one is in Mayan Gold. I love these. They're like $4 at Ulta. They're really good glitters. I mean, it's just glitter. You don't need to be buying matte glitters that are like $14 fucking dollars. These things are like $4. They're like the size of the old MAC pigment jars, a little bit smaller, but essentially the same. So there's that. Now I guess I will go through these really quick. This first one is Omega that I use for my brows. That's what I was going to lead with too. The other thing that I do for fall is I do start making my brows just a tiny bit darker. In summer, I wear a lot less makeup than I do, as you guys can see. But this is my favorite brow product, and I can't find it anywhere anymore, and I think that she discontinued it, and I've looked on eBay and all that other crap, and I can't find it. But it is the Laura Gellar Brow Tint and Gel Tamer. So on this end, it has, this isn't a color blonde, obviously. It has this guy, which, let me see if I can show you. See how it has a tint to it? But what you can't see is that it also has kind of like little fibery things in it that I feel like just fill my lashes, my brows out. And then it has a gel on the other end if you want to use that. But I still love this. I'm like milking it for all it's worth. If you guys know of something similar to this, let me know. I need one that's really light. After I do that, if there's any spots, I've got a couple of like bald patches and whatnot that I fill in with Omega. So that's why that sucker's there. Then this is Orb, just a pale pink. This one is, I think, Dreamcatcher. Dreammaker. This one, which is a Star Flash. Then Grand Entrance, which you guys know is my favorite. This is my final pan of it, which makes me really sad. It would help if I looked at these before so I knew what all these fuckers were. This one is... Here, I'll just do it this way. That's much easier. Then I have All That Glitters. I'm going to go through these fast. You guys have seen all these 12 million times. This one is Amber Lights. Like I said, in fall I switched to more goldy colors. This one is Texture, which I really like in the crease with the golds. If I'm doing a cat eye and kind of want to do some contouring, I use Wedge. Which would also work if you were careful for your brows, I guess, if you had really light brows. Oh, I can't get this one out because it's glued. This one is... Fuck, what is that color? Oh my god, I can't believe I forgot it. It's a Star Flash. I don't know. You can't get it anymore, so I guess it doesn't really matter. This one is Satin Taupe. This one is Go, which was also a Star Flash. That has a little bit, it's very Satin Taupey, I guess. But to me, when I look at it, it has a little bit of khaki in it, just a tad, that I really like. Then, let's see, this is some pressed pigment out of one of those, like, the metallic ones. I have no idea which one. I should have labeled these things, and I really didn't, and that's my bad. Then Sable, which I think is a great color year-round, but I really like it in fall. Then we have Smoke and Diamonds, which is like a khaki gray Star Flash color. You guys know I love the Star Flashes. They're my favorite finish MAC has ever done. They like stopped making them or something. Then I have Copperplate, which is another one that I use in the crease. I use matte colors mostly in the crease, in case you guys can't tell. This is Blackberry, which is a kind of reddish brown. I should say mauve-y brown is better description. This is Bronze. If I can get it up. The lighting's really bad. I'm just telling you guys what all I have in here. Twinks. This one makes me laugh every time I hear this name. Who decided that it was a good idea to name an eyeshadow Twinks? Whatever. This is Rich Flesh, which was limited edition at some point. I what is that? Swapped for it a while ago. This is Patina, which is one of my favorite colors. If you are a high-end junkie and you like Patina, Burberry's, what was that, Pale Gold? Pale Barley. Pale Barley is like Patina on crack. It's like 100 times better. I have it in my bag too. I just have Patina in here. Then I get into like my smoky eyes, which I don't do very often, but I do occasionally. So I have Electra, which is just a silver. I have Silver Ring, which is a little bit darker than Electra. And then I have my different colors. This is Indian Ink, which is a pro color that is a dark eggplanty purple. Then I have Plumage, which is a matte. A lot of these darker ones I use with a push liner brush right at my lashes. Then I have Beauty Marked, which is it's essentially a less pigmented carbon with a bunch of like, it's not really pink pearl. I guess it is kind of pink pearls running through it. And then this is carbon. So those are kind of the eyeshadows that I'm grabbing for on a regular basis. We're already at 14 minutes. So I'm going to get to lips. Oh, I forgot to mention this. My favorite blush brush of the moment is the Bobbi Brown blush brush. This came in a limited edition collection. That's why mine is gold. Lips. Pretty much all I wear during autumn is red lips. I wear it all day long. I carry it around with me in my bag, and I take precautions in order to make sure that it stays like you have to. First of all, the first thing that I always do to make sure it stays is that I don't use glossy reds. You can tell right now it's pretty matte. But because of that, my lips get dry, so I use my Creme de Rose. Now, this one, usually it's light pink. There was a couple of batches that's just fine. It doesn't smell bad. It works just fine, but for whatever reason, the coloring was off and it kind of looks like highlighter yellow. But it works just fine. I just bought another one because I was afraid it wasn't okay, but it's fine. So, my favorite reds, I have a whole spectrum of reds. I have some ones on the cheaper end and some like higher end ones. Shit, I should have grabbed my Guerlain ones, but you guys already have seen those. I had them last year. It is Garconne, which is like a very bright blue red. And then Gigilo, which has more of a pink base to it, I guess. But my other favorites, the two that I have on today, I was trying the whole ombre lip thing. I actually really like it. So I have a darker color in the corner, and that is MAC Media, which is right here. This is just, if you guys have Mujis, these are their pill containers that I have melted my lipsticks into. But anyways, the two that I use for the ombre lip are right here. This top one right here is MAC Rebel, and this bottom one is MAC Media. Both are satins, which essentially go on like a matte, without the like super drying ruby woo. Like I think Rachel said something really funny the other day. I think it was on Instagram about peeling your face off or something. I don't remember. But anyways, so essentially what I do is line my lips with MAC Cherry lip pencil. I love this. I love the MAC lip pencils. I really do. So I line and fill in my entire lip with this, and then using the e.l.f., what is this one called? The concealer brush, which is this teeny tiny one. I take Media, which is the darker of the two, just right into the corners, and then right up here. And then on the bottom, I bring it down just a little bit. You can see it come to about here and then about here. And then I take this, which is I think it's the Bobbi Brown Cream Shadow Brush, but I really like it for lips because it blends well. And I use this with Rebel. Then a couple of the next three are all drugstore products, and I like them just as much. I don't know if I've talked about my feelings on drugstore beauty, but I think that there are some quality products and that there's no need to necessarily spend a ton to get good quality products, especially now with everyone stepping up their game. I'm just a sucker for packaging, and high-end brands just do packaging better. However, I do really like, this is the e.l.f. matte lip color, and this is in the color Rich Red, which looks like this. It's a pretty blue, bright red. What I also really appreciate, first of all though, this does not go all the way down, so you have to be really careful not to nick it, but it has a sharpener on the end of it, which I love. Drugstore products, a lot of times you're missing that. e.l.f. did it for $3. I also love the Outlast, what are these called? Just their lip stains. These are the marker ones. Store them upside down like this. Otherwise they dry out really quick. This is in the color 402, which is, this one's been not stored upside down. It's a pretty basic red. I like to use this before just to give me a stain as a base for all of my other reds, because I feel like it makes them stay longer. I'm sorry, my hair is really bothering me today. And then last but not least for lips is one of my favorite drugstore reds, and it's actually the CoverGirl, what are these even called? I don't know, it's these guys. I think it's like the Lip Perfection or something. They come in like 12 trillion colors. This one is in the color 355 Tint. And it's just a really great red. So there's that. This is the first video of 2. This one is 20 minutes already. So come back for part 2 if you want me. If you want to see me talk about, I'm going to talk about skin, which covers foundation. I'm going to talk about hair stuff, fragrances, and then like a couple of clothing items, things like that that I really like for fall. So that is it. Bye.